You've seen Lennonxtown and you've seen the players train. What have you made of it? Can you describe what that's been like for you?
I'm terribly inarticulate because it's just kind of I'm on cloud nine, man. You know, and I think that's how you know. At least that's how I know when I'm really psyched about something that I can't always describe why. So I've just got this. I've been beaming from ear to ear. You know, this is like one of the Lennonxtown's like one of the prettiest spots I've been to in a very long time, and I'm in official Celtic territory, and I just got to watch all these guys that I've only seen on television or on my computer, and a bunch of them were staring at me, which was hilarious, man. And and I think I heard Lee Griffiths say, "Is that him?" Now, whoever he thought I was, you know, that's cool, but yeah, man, I never thought I'd hear him talk about me at all. Like, that's just not a thing I ever expected. And by the way, I brought Lee Griffiths to Celtic long before he was always one of my go-tos. So it's like every once in a while, real life mirrors my football manager career, and it did in this case.
It's a very surreal situation for you.
Yeah, that's the only word. Surreal's the only word.
So you're going to be taking your love of Celtic to the silver screen, hopefully. We understand. You tell us a little bit about what your plans are for your documentary.
For the past 3 years, my friend, a friend of mine called Owen O'Callaghan from Dublin, and I have been developing this documentary called Celtic Soul, and it's kind of about the shared history between Ireland, Scotland, and Canada, and the importance of immigrant culture and the importance of sport in immigrant culture and all that stuff, and really passionate fandom. And so ultimately, on a macro level, what I'll be doing is kind of a reverse trip that my ancestors took. But we'll start in Montreal, sort of deal with the history of Irish and Scottish people in Montreal, and the history of our hockey team. Then we'll go out to the Maritimes, and which is like Nova Scotia is where my mom's family come from. We go back in Nova Scotia for 300 years, and Nova Scotia literally means New Scotland. Then we'll go out to Newfoundland. We'll go to Dublin, and then to Mayo, to Westport, to where my family comes from. Watch a hurling match in Dublin, and then we would end up in Glasgow to watch Celtic finally play, and it'll be like sort of the climax of the movie with me finally getting to watch a game at Paradise, which is like going to be the coolest, but it's also been the most frustrating thing because I haven't been allowed to watch them on this trip.
Another positive must be for you as well that your new show, Man Seeking Women, has been very positively received, and that must be great for you. I mean, that's a leading role and everything.
It's so cool, and we get to make it in Toronto, which is really, really cool. So like, get the kind of, this awesome thing where we get to make this wicked show, but we also get to do it in a city I live in. And it was like really neat because it's unlike any show before it. So it doesn't beg an immediate comparison, which is like scary, but also exciting. And we're getting to do a whole nother season of it. And, for me, I'd have done it whatever format it was in, whatever medium, whether it was a play, short film, television show, whatever, it didn't matter. It was just the funniest thing I'd read ever. And for me, like, as I get older, I'm kind of doing less and less acting. I'm much more interested in writing and directing. And so between Man Seek Women and playing Hiccup and the How to Train Your Dragon stuff, that's kind of me done. That'll be it, and I'll just focus on the other stuff. And so it's a hell of a way to go out.
Excellent. Well, speaking of going out, Jay, we'll bring this interview to a close.
All
we
right.
know you've got a plane to catch.
I do indeed.
Is there anything you would like to say to the Celtic fans to sum up your time here and for everything for the future?
I will say thank you very much for having me, and over and over, I'll follow you.